The Tecno Spark 5 is a really interesting phone. This one has 5000 milliamperes of battery capacity, a punch hole display, 5 cameras, a fingerprint sensor, dual SIM, expandable storage, a 3.5mm headphone jack, and all that makes it look like a winning combination. But there's more, and this is my detailed review of everything you need to know about the Tecno Spark 5 coming up next.
Have you ever felt? Are you listening? Damn.
Hi guys, welcome to another edition of Cyber Reviews. Today we are going to review the Tecno Spark 5 released in May 2020. This phone is a low budget phone selling for about 720 cedis in Ghana, which is about $120. But before we continue, if you are new to my channel, I do mobile phone reviews, mobile app reviews, and I bring to you affordable gadget reviews to help you make an informed decision whenever you're making your next purchase. So if you like that kind of content, please click on the subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you do not miss any episode. Thanks, baby. Now for the price of $120, with all the features you get, I think this is a pretty good deal. So let's take a closer look at what you get when you buy this phone. In the box, you get a phone, a clear plastic case, a pair of earphones, a USB-C cable, and a charging adapter. Now the standout feature for me is the battery capacity of the Tecno Spark 5. 5000 milliamperes of battery capacity is really good for the markets that Tecno Mobile sells these phones in. The Tecno Spark 5 is targeted at countries where a constant supply of electricity is not guaranteed, like Ghana and Nigeria. So having 5000 milliamperes of battery, you are easily guaranteed 2 full days of use if you are a heavy user. But if you are like an average consumer who just needs a device for calls, chats, and playing content, then that can easily last you close to a week. This is because the phone comes with a 720p display. What that means is that the display is not full HD, but then it also saves you battery power. But we'll talk more about the display later. Let's talk about the design. This phone is big, really big. It is 6.6 inches in size and comes with a fingerprint sensor at the back of the phone. One thing I noticed about the fingerprint sensor though is that because the phone is so big, it is quite difficult to reach if you do not have big hands. The back of the phone is made of plastic and has this really nice gradient colors going on, and also has this camera arrangement which almost every phone released this year has. The Tecno Spark 5 is a dual SIM phone and has expandable storage slots of up to 256 megabytes. At the front, it has a hole punch camera cutout in the top left corner, and something you rarely see, a front-facing flash to help you take good selfies at night. A front-facing flash. Try saying that like 5 times to yourself and see how it goes. So now that we are talking about the front of the phone, let's talk about the display. Like I mentioned earlier, this is a 720p display, but I found the display to be really good. Like watching videos on it looked very great, and the screen can get very bright as well. Colors are vibrant when you're watching YouTube or music videos or movies, if you are into that kind of thing. The phone has a bit of a chin, but you get used to it after some time. In terms of operating system, this phone comes pre-installed with Android 10 with iOS 6.1, which is a version of Android flavor that Tecno puts on their phones. And I found the experience quite okay. It wasn't too like obtrusive or anything of the sort. It was pretty usable. It had some really nice functionalities and all that. Now the next thing that everybody is concerned about is like the RAM and storage capacity. This phone comes with 2 gigs of RAM and a 32 gig storage. Now for the price, 720 cedis or $100 to $120, I think it's pretty okay, because ideally people would be expecting like a minimum of 4 gig RAM and maybe 64 gig or 128 gigs of storage. But phones within that price category typically sell for $300 to $400. So at less than half the price of normal mid-range phones, I think this is okay. So see it this way, this phone is something you could give to your parents or somebody, your younger sibling in junior high or senior high who needs a phone for whatever purposes, to make calls, to do research and stuff like that using the internet. Because this phone comes with 4G LTE, so it has like, it ticks the box of the normal things that people need a phone for. And so I think that it's a pretty good buy. Now, like I said, this phone has 5 cameras, 4 at the back and 1 in front. I used the back cameras for a while. I compared it with my Huawei Nova 5T, picture quality and everything. And you can see clearly that the Huawei Nova 5T has a superior camera experience than the Tecno Spark 5. But then, of course, this is not necessarily a comparison between the two, because the two of them are completely targeted at different people and they have different prices. So it will not be fair to compare it. So it can take pictures. Yes, it has different camera modes. You can get macro mode, which allows you to get really close to the subject and take, very zoomed in shots and things like that. It doesn't really perform well at night, but if you give it enough light, you can get good, decent portrait pictures and videos as well. So this phone also comes with a 3.5mm headphone jack, which you don't get in many phones in this year. And it also has radio. Like I said, it's targeted at markets where these things are key and essential. So to me, this is like the selling point. The battery. If you want a phone with a really good battery, maybe you want a backup phone or something, or you want to buy a gift for somebody which isn't too expensive, consider the Tecno Spark 5. If you want a more expensive but really quality alternative, you have other phones that you can consider, like the Huawei Nova 5T I've already mentioned, or the Samsung Galaxy A71. So I'm going to leave links in the description for where you can get them at the best prices. So let me know what you think about the Tecno Spark 5. Would you buy the Tecno Spark 5? Who would you buy it for? Would you buy it for yourself or as a gift? What do you think about the battery, storage, memory, everything? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks, baby.